Saturday, March 2nd, 2024. Welcome everybody to the Battle Club Guys podcast. I'm your host, the Battle Club Guy. This will be my AEW Revolution 2024 predictions episode. AEW Revolution takes place live tomorrow night, Sunday, March the 3rd, from the Greensboro Coliseum in Greensboro, North Kakalaki, North Carolina. It's a sold-out show, man. AEW has packed this building tomorrow night, the Greensboro Coliseum. I believe it's 16,000 plus fans in that building. It's a stacked show. We got 9 matches as of today's recording, as of tonight. So I'm going to go down the whole match card for you guys, give my predictions for each match. But first off, if this is your first time joining me, I want to say thank you for joining me. As I said, this is the Battle Club Guys podcast. I'm your host, the Battle Club Guy. As always, follow me on Twitter at the Battle Club Guy. Check out that Instagram, the Battle Club Guy, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like this video, the Battle Club Guys podcast on YouTube, as we are on the road to WrestleMania 40, which I will be attending. I can't wait for WrestleMania 40. It's going to be a great event. Well, let's get into tomorrow night's AEW Revolution, which will also be a great event. So like I said, AEW Revolution 2024 takes place live tomorrow night, March the 3rd, from the Greensboro Coliseum in Greensboro, North Carolina. They've billed this as Sting's last match. The Icon Sting will have his last match in professional wrestling tomorrow night at AEW Revolution. Let's start off with 0 Hour. 0 Hour is the pre-show. It's the kickoff show for AEW. We have the TBS champion, Julia Hart and Sky Blue. They're taking on Willow Nightingale and Chris Statlander. It's going to be a fun tag team match. I believe Julia Hart was injured. That's why she wasn't on TV or wasn't in-ring competition as of late. I think her and Sky Blue are great. Huge fans of them. I do love the pairing of Willow Nightingale and Chris Statlander. Now, the title isn't on the line here. Julia Hart isn't defending her TBS championship. So a loss here, I don't think would hurt her. You know, I don't think she would take the pin. I'm going to say Willow Nightingale and Chris Statlander win here. I think Sky Blue takes the pin in this match. After that, on the 0 Hour, we have a 12-man tag team match. It's the Bang Bang Scissor Gang. That's Max Caster, Anthony Bowens, Daddy Ass Billy Gunn, Austin Gunn, Colton Gunn, Jay White. They're taking on Jeff Jarrett, Satnam Singh, Jay Lethal, Willie Mack, and Private Party. This is going to be a big tag team match. I love when AEW does these big tag team matches. It's going to be fun. I mean, how could it not be fun? You got Bang Bang Scissor Gang in there. You know, anytime Billy Gunn's in the ring, he's in there with his sons now. You know, they're on the tag team with Jay White, and you got Max Caster and Anthony Bowens and Jeff Jarrett. You got Satnam Singh in there. That guy's like 12 feet tall. It's gonna be a fun match. I'm gonna say Bang Bang Scissor Gang wins here, just because I've always been a fan of the Acclaimed, huge fan of Jay White, and how can you be a fan of Billy Gunn? So I'm going to say Bang Bang Scissor Gang picks up the win in the 12-man tag team match on 0 Hour. Let's get into the main card, man. This card is stacked. Let's start off hot for the AEW International title. It's the International Champion. He's freshly squeezed. No Pope. Orange Cassidy defending that International Championship against Roderick Strong. I believe the new stable is called the Undisputed Kingdom. This is going to be Roderick Strong's defining moment in AEW. A lot of people haven't seen Roderick Strong in AEW for his in-ring work. You know, we've seen his Net Strong gimmick where he was strolling around in his wheelchair, screaming Adam at the top of his lungs with that neck brace on. I think this is going to be Roddy's night because Orange Cassidy, he's a great champion. Love Orange Cassidy. But, you know, you have this stable, right? They're the group that took out MJF, right? That beat down MJF. It's the Undisputed Kingdom. It's Roddy Strong. It's Matt Taven, Mike Bennett, Wardlow, Adam Cole. You need them to look strong. We need Undisputed Kingdom looking strong, leaving AEW Revolution. And I think that starts with Roderick Strong defeating Orange Cassidy for that AEW International Championship. And I think it's going to be a hell of a match. Orange Cassidy always puts on great matches. Roddy Strong, I think he's going to show a lot of people what he has in AEW tomorrow night at AEW Revolution. Next up, for the AEW Women's title, it's AEW Women's Champion. She's Timeless Toni Storm. She's defending her AEW Women's World title. The AEW Women's World title against Deonna Purrazzo. Sorry, I just had to plug my charge in. Timeless Toni Storm, man, she's killing it, man. From the white and black entrance, her mannerisms, head up, tits out, watch out for the shoe. I love that whole thing. Deonna Purrazzo, man, she's a star. She's good. In WWE, she was good. In NXT, she was good. I don't think you take the title off Toni Storm here. I think Toni Storm needs to hold that title until we get Mercedes Moné in 2 weeks at AEW Big Business, because you're bringing in a mega star, formerly Sasha Banks, now Mercedes Moné. You're bringing her in. You're giving her her own show, basically, AEW Big Business. That show was made for the debut of Mercedes Moné. You want to bring in Mercedes Moné hot. You want to bring her in with a good feud. I think that feud is Toni Storm. Let Toni Storm hold that title for a while. I think Mercedes Moné is the one that will defeat Toni Storm for that AEW Women's World title when we get there. But either way, my pick to win and retain at AEW Revolution tomorrow night is Timeless Toni Storm. For the AEW Continental Crown Championship, it's the Continental Crown Champion Eddie Kingston defending against Blackpool Combat Club member Bryan Danielson. If Bryan Danielson loses this match, he must shake Eddie Kingston's hand. First of all, the Continental Crown Championship is cool. I just don't know why it's all 3 belts. Like, I get it, it's supposed to be Continental, but that's a lot of belts to carry around. But that's just me. I don't know. It's 3 belts. Bryan Danielson, in my opinion, should be AEW World Champion already. I think Bryan Danielson should have some title in AEW. He should. That being said, I think Eddie Kingston retains here. I think Eddie Kingston defeats Bryan Danielson. Bryan Danielson has to shake Eddie Kingston's hand. It's going to be a hard-hitting match. It's going to be just a slugfest. I'm sure there's going to be red chests everywhere on Bryan Danielson, because his chest always gets red in these matches from the chops. It's going to be a great match. But like I said, as much as I would love to see Bryan Danielson win AEW Gold, I don't think it's happening right now. So my pick to win and retain the Continental Crown Championship is Eddie Kingston. Next up, we have the AEW debut, official debut. Will Ospreay. He's taking on his family member, Will Ospreay and Takeshita. He's taking on Takeshita. They're both part of this Don Callis family. Don Callis said, I don't have no one for anyone in the family to fight, for Takeshita to fight. So let's the family fight each other to show how good the Don Callis family is. So it's Will Ospreay, Takeshita. It's going to be a great match. I don't see how you bring in Will Ospreay at Revolution in his official AEW AEW pay-per-view match. He's officially part of AEW. I don't see how you bring Will Ospreay in and have him lose. I don't see it. I don't think he loses. I think Will Ospreay wins here, and I think the Don Callis family kicks Will Ospreay out of that Don Callis family, because Will Ospreay is a future AEW World Champion, in my opinion. So I'm going to say Will Ospreay wins here against Takeshita, and maybe post-match, Hobbs and Takeshita, they all beat up Will Ospreay, and maybe this is where we get a returning Kenny Omega. Maybe Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay tag together. Who knows? Next up for the TNT Championship, it's a TNT champion, Christian Cage. He's defending his TNT Championship against Daniel Garcia. It's going to be a great match. Man, this card is just great. I don't know what else to say. It's going to be a great match. As much as it would be cool for Daniel Garcia to win the TNT title here, I don't think he does, because I was at AEW World's End when it was Adam Copeland versus Christian. I wanted Adam Copeland to win that TNT title. Didn't happen. You know, Christian hit a concerto on Adam Copeland. So Adam Copeland's off TV right now. Daniel Garcia, this is his moment to shine. I think it's going to be a great match. Unfortunately, in the end, I'm going to say Christian Cage retains his TNT title here, but I think post-match, we'll get Adam Copeland here. Because Adam Copeland doesn't need the TNT title, but if I was booking Christian Cage to lose that TNT title, I would have him lose it to Adam Copeland, because Adam Copeland won the match at World's End, but then Killswitch, Luchasaurus, dinosaur ass came in there and, you know, cashed in his whatever it is, the call your shot or whatever contract, and then won the title, and then gave it back to Christian Cage. So Adam Copeland's got to get some revenge here, whether that is Adam Copeland costing Christian Cage the title to Daniel Garcia, or Christian Cage retaining, and then we get Christian Cage versus Adam Copeland. Sorry, but I don't know, man. As much as I would like Daniel Garcia to win here, I'm going to say Christian Cage retains that TNT title. We have a tag team match. This feud's been boiling for a while now. It's FTR versus Blackpool Combat Club members Jon Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli. This match is going to be good. Tag team match, like I said, there's a lot of good matches on this card. It's going to be another good match. If I'm booking it, I'm going to say Blackpool Combat Club wins this match, just because I believe Eddie Kingston will defeat Bryan Danielson earlier in the night. So you got to give Blackpool Combat Club a win on this card. So I'm going to say that Jon Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli defeat FTR. I think it's going to be a great tag team match. Next up, we have an all-star scramble. Whoever wins this match will get a future shot at the AEW World Championship. Some participants have been announced. Chris Jericho, Wardlow, Powerhouse Hobbs, Lance Archer, Hook, Brian Cage, Magnus, and Dante Martin. I'm sure there'll be more superstars, more wrestlers in this match. Now, like I said earlier with Roderick Strong versus Orange Cassidy, I think Roderick Strong wins that international championship, because, like I said, Undisputed Kingdom need to look strong leaving this pay-per-view. I think that continues in the All-Star Scramble. My pick to win the All-Star Scramble is Wardlow. You know, Wardlow had that promo, how he destroyed CM Punk, how he destroyed MJF. You know, and he said he's coming for that. He's going to come for that world title. You know, they didn't pull the trigger on Wardlow with MJF before for that title. This is Wardlow's match to win. I can't think of any other guy on the roster that should win this match. So, like I said, All-Star Scramble, I'm sure it's going to be an over-the-top Battle Royal situation, like a mini Royal Rumble, so it's going to be fun. Maybe we get some surprises, maybe we get some returns, some debuts. But in the end, my pick to win the All-Star Scramble is Wardlow. Next up, we have a three-way match for the AEW World Championship. It's AEW World Champion Samoa Joe. He's defending his AEW World Championship against the Hangman, Adam Page, and Swerve When Not Drive, Swerve Strickland. It's going to be a great three-way match, man. You know, Swerve Strickland is winning that AEW World Championship this year. It's going to happen. Has to happen. Swerve Strickland, that man's so over with Prince Nana and the dance and Who's House. Adam Page, you know, Adam Page has been AEW World Champion before. He doesn't need it right now. It's a three-way match, though, so I don't see Swerve Strickland winning the world title in a three-way match. I think Swerve Strickland will end up winning that world title from either Samoa Joe or from if it's back on, if they put it on anyone else. Swerve Strickland's winning that title. I just don't know if Swerve Strickland wins tomorrow night at Revolution. You know, if I had to say, okay, if I was booking it, right, the way Dynamite ended this past week, where Hangman said he couldn't compete in the match because he was hurt, came out on the crutch, he Swerve, he hit Swerve in the head with the crutch. Now, three-way matches, Samoa Joe could lose the title without being pinned, right? So that protects Samoa Joe. But do we have Swerve Strickland winning the AEW World title on the same night as Sting's last match? Does that take away from Sting's moment? Because the main event is Darby Allin and Sting versus the Young Bucks. So do you put the world title on Swerve Strickland right now? Or do you wait to another event, maybe the AEW Dynasty pay-per-view in April, or maybe the Double or Nothing pay-per-view? I think Samoa Joe retains tomorrow night. I think Swerve Strickland and Adam Page are going to end up costing each other the match inadvertently. So in the end, I'm going to say my pick to win and retain the AEW World title tomorrow night, AEW Revolution, Samoa Joe. In the main event, it's Sting's last match. Sting and Darby Allin defend their AEW World Tag Team titles against the EVPs of AEW, Nicholas and Matthew Jackson, the Young Bucks. You know, Nick and Matt Jackson, they have this new heel persona. They're the EVPs. They wear their suits. They look like douchebags coming out. I love it. It's great. The icon Sting, 40-year career in professional wrestling. I met Sting in Philadelphia at Wizard World Philadelphia Comic-Con, May 9th, 2015. First time I met Sting. I met Sting again. I believe that was 4 years ago. No, I'm sorry, 5 years ago when AEW did Full Gear in Baltimore. I met Sting at the Full Gear Fan Fest. He had the red, white, and blue face paint on. He had the big gold belt. Got his autograph. It was great. I got to see Sting wrestle at AEW World's End on Long Island. It's so awesome that I got to see Sting as much as I did. Sting's last match. Now, how did we book this, right? Do we have Sting go out as AEW Tag Team Champion, or do we have Sting lose in his retirement match? Now, if I'm booking this old school booking, right, it's the retirement match. The guy who's having the retirement match typically loses his retirement match, right? That's normally how it goes when they do retirement match for career versus title matches. The guy who puts his career on the line usually loses the match. I don't think that's the case here. I don't think I want to book it like that. I know I've heard that reports that say Sting always wants to put the other guy over. I get that, but the Young Bucks aren't Young Bucks. You know what I'm saying? The Young Bucks don't need AEW World Tag Team titles. They've had it before. They don't need that. They've been there. They've done that. And I like the Young Bucks. They're behind me on the All-In poster. Huge fan of the Young Bucks. This is Sting's last match at the Greensboro Coliseum in North Carolina. Sold out Greensboro Coliseum. Sting had one of his best matches of his career with Ric Flair in this building years ago. I believe Sting will get a grand entrance. Him and Darby Allin, I'm sure they'll look kick-ass. I hope Darby Allin comes out as Surfer Sting. I hope Sting's face paint is great. This is a tornado tag, so no disqualification in this match at all. I could see Ric Flair helping Sting out. Maybe we get, if I'm fantasy booking it, I would love to see Bill Goldberg come out and help Sting in this. But in the end, I'm going to say Sting and Darby Allin win, and retain the AEW World Tag Team titles in Sting's last match. You bring out the whole AEW locker room. You bring out Tony Khan, confetti. Give Sting the send-off he deserves. And next week on Dynamite, you can have Sting come out with Darby Allin, and Sting can, tell Darby Allin he was the best tag team partner he ever had, and we can find Darby Allin a new tag team partner. But either way, in the end, in Sting's last match, my pick to win and retain the AEW World Tag Team titles, the Icon Sting and Darby Allin. I want to say thank you for joining me, folks, on this Saturday night for my AEW Revolution 2024 predictions episode. Like I said, AEW Revolution takes place live tomorrow night, March the 3rd, from the Greensboro Coliseum in Greensboro, North Carolina. Sold out show. If you can watch it, definitely check it out. I can't watch it live as I'll be working, but I'll definitely check in all the updates on Twitter. I'll be live tweeting as I can for you guys. Tomorrow night, it's AEW Revolution. Will Samoa Joe retain his AEW World title, or will it finally be whose house, Swerve's house, or will Hangman Adam Page regain that AEW World Championship? And in his final match, the Icon Sting and Darby Allin defend the AEW World Tag Team titles against the Young Bucks. Will Sting go out as AEW World Champion? As AEW World Tag Team Champion, an AEW World Champion, or will the Young Bucks send Sting into retirement with no AEW World Tag Team titles? It all goes down live tomorrow night. It's AEW Revolution. Till next time.